Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Rumble. Welcome, Twitter. Welcome, YouTube, to this fantastical episode of Blockchain Basement, where we get into some details about Bitcoin, some details about the prophecies that have been foretold and fulfilled when it comes to your favorite altcoins, including some altcoins that we probably shouldn't even talk about. Actually, we should probably just end the show right now. We can't talk about these altcoins. All that and more on today's Blockchain Basement.
We are the bread and butter of all the information that's been swimming across the internet for crypto news.
If you're gonna screw me, at least pull my hair.
Hell yeah. What do you got?
They could start chopping off fingers. They're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Over 2 years, he's made like 17K on Roblox.
What?
12.
You never listen to me, and we must be married. Yeah, well, how much are you investing? $100.
$400,000 to $600,000. The generational signals are now. Now.
You're spread so thin, that's how you get in on Snake. Snake's been my biggest winner.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome into Blockchain Basement. There's so much cool stuff happening in crypto and just the world in general today. But all of that coolness gathers here. We are basically the gooch of coolness when it comes to crypto and news and politics and just generally being based at all times. So welcome, everyone. Welcome, Chili Rainbow, Small Face No Toe, Green Day Prophets, Michael Moore, Shake and Bake, Nakudo. Good to see you again. T. Has Tim Warren gone? Tim Warren, he was on vacation for a while.
Yeah.
And then he kept on wearing that dumb gray, brown, black, brown hoodie. We could never decide what color it was. And so, yeah, he's no longer allowed in the basement until he gets a new hoodie that is not dark in color. Because he's just kind of like a floating head. Like, he can't have a dark hoodie on a dark background. Who else is there? Robert Cosin, bullish on parade. We've got a full set here, and I'm seeing myself in double on Instagram, and someone flipped out the LCD panel. Yeah, there's like multiple. It's the multiverse of the Dictator today on the show. We got double H here. Cut to that. That's when you cut out.
Hey.
To her, yeah.
Happy to be here. Thank you for having
Double
me.
H. There we go.
Oh, you got a fade even this time.
There we go. And then
How
we
are
got
you?
our very own Riley Gaines live in
For the
studio.
love of God.
This is
please
when you
tell me.
cut. This is when you move the shot. Did you not set up the PTZ for Riley?
Come on, Owen.
Oh,
I think they can
God's
actually
sake.
hear him though. I think
Drew,
that's
how you
not
doing
great.
today? We'll get to Riley.
Dude,
in a
I am
second.
so excited. Okay, I have an awesome video with a huge name in.
This is a huge deal.
It's a huge deal. We just landed and got an interview with someone that I've been following for years.
We can't say it yet.
I'm not going to say it yet. I'm not going to spoil it yet. You're going to have to watch out Saturday at 11 a.m.
Yep.
There she is.
Oh, there's Riley. What's up, girl?
The Dave
Still
James.
has not responded to the DM video that I
Has
sent
she
her.
seen it though?
I don't know.
I don't
I'll
think you
check
can
right
do
We
now.
need to check if she's
I'll
seen
check right
it.
now. I took a video of all of us saying, "Yo, what up, girl?"
Yeah.
We'll see. Go ahead.
Yeah, this weekend's video is going to be intense.
On the basement.
On the basement, blockchain basement. I think I might have to put pieces of it specifically on Rumble because
Yes.
it gets pretty intense.
Mhm.
Owen, I think I'm gonna have Owen look at this thing. Maybe we'll cut it into a few things separate for Rumble as well. But yeah, we went live on Rumble last night.
We did, and it
had
was hot.
It was awesome. We had so many people show out. We're starting to get more and more people on that channel, and it's much more open discussions about the reality of what we're seeing right now. So it was absolutely awesome. People are saying they have an echo going on. They get two
audio.
audio.
It's the mic next to me.
It's the mic.
Oh,
next to
turn it
you.
off. See, that's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah,
We should
we gotta
never have
turn
that
it on.
microphone. BJ, how you doing, bud? Good to see. He's a consumer goods powerhouse, launching the Thumbfin, soon to be in a store near you. There it is,
Good.
Thumbfin.
Just
Is
working
it,
on
is it
that.
thumbfin.io?
.com.
.com.
I'm not poor.
Guys, go to
Not poor.
thumbfin.com.
The website looks like I am though. It's so bad. I got to make that website look so much better.
I love
looks
it.
Terrible.
Bullish on Parade says, Nick, I just realized how much you look like Julian from the Trailer Park Boys. I take that as a huge compliment.
Yeah.
Julian is jacked. He
Yeah,
also
Julian.
always has the Jack and Coke, right?
Yeah.
Like in every
but he
single
always
scene.
he was holding it like this always. It's like kind of
Yeah.
his elbows up a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? You got to have the.
Last night I was drinking a White Russian on the stream, and I think I'm old enough now to where I can no longer drink vodka. I just got the worst headache
Really?
ever. I was fine, and then I drank the White Russian, and I just got a terrible headache.
Well,
Did you
low
make
T
one or
will
you
do
had,
that.
like a canned one?
Oh yeah.
I don't.
Oh, you
Hannah,
have good color. You know, there's actually
Hannah,
color
I made
wheels
the
too.
White Russian.
Okay. You know they have canned White Russians. No.
The canned White Russians.
Let's look at the crypto markets.
Yeah,
We're
we
just
gotta
going to
talk about
gloss over
crypto.
that real
We're
quick.
gonna get-
All right, so we had a nice little healthy pullback down to 51,933. Ethereum is still popping a pudgy at 2,800. Still at $1, which is important to say. BNB had just scorching it, absolutely scorching it. Solana sideways, kind of, sort of. XRP, what's the XRP? 55 cents now. Worst crypto ever. Cardano at 60 cents. That's cool. Avalanche at $41. You love to see it. We're going to be getting into these altcoins that are going to be pumping here in a second. The prophecies that was foretold are starting to become fulfilled today. Let's look at some mining stuff. So price gainers today, Babacoin, Pyrin, which is a fork of Caspa, eGaz, Nexilia, which is also a fork of Caspa, Satox Coin, which is not a fork of Caspa, Nervos Network, which is
Hell yeah.
something that BJ is heavily overinvested in.
Hell yeah, I am. I have been for like 3 years.
please come back. Nervos Network. Octaspace, great. Neoxa, probably going to be switching algorithms here. Interesting, kind of controversial.
Okay.
Zephyr with a huge reward gainer. That means people are leaving the network, so their rewards are going up. BlockX. This is 154% reward gainer. What the hell is going on with BlockX?
Well, I also posted in the basement Slack
Yeah.
to know that we're all back. I think it was last week, Micro Center sent out a thing that they'll buy back your GPUs and give you a store credit.
Oh, that's great.
Which I've never seen them do before.
That's great. Well, I think they're going to be doing like...
they're going to be buying those up and putting them in bulk shipments and selling them to people.
Selling them to Elon Musk and other AI companies that need AI
and miners
machines.
and other people.
Yeah. So RTX 4090 topping it out with Pyron being the most profitable, $2.77 in revenue, $1.94 in profit. Not bad for this early stage of the bull run.
Yeah, I like how well your mining video is doing.
Oh,
People
it's
are
ripping.
starting to realize that they can make money now in that mining, and it's nice to see that education you're spreading. Kind of catching fire.
It's getting pretty lit right here. Here's my mines. Here's my shed farm. This is most of them. Now, this is one of my top tier miners, Comstock. Decided to stop a couple hours ago at around 8 or 9 o'clock this morning. Just kicked out everything. It's still mining Random X, so I'm mining Neoxa through Unminable there. But I'm going to do a live reboot and see how this. So I'm going to stop the miner. It's going to send the command to stop, and then I'm going to do a live reboot, and we'll come back in about 30 seconds and see how this does.
Okay.
I'd say there's a 70% chance that it actually does a full reboot and all this stuff comes back, but there is a significant chance that it could just not come back at all, and I have to wait until I go home to reset the miner. So Comstock is one of my top tier mining rigs. Got a bunch of 1660 supers. It's my potpourri NVIDIA rig, 3060 Ti's, 2070 super, 1070, and it runs pretty cool. Oh, the 3060 is what kicked out. So the 3060 dropped off and got kicked out. Power level 90, power level 135. That's a little high. Maybe I should pull that down. Anyways, this is the joy of mining. You get to tinker with stuff. So we'll see. It's working on that right now. Someone brought this up. MOG? Why are we looking at MOG?
Because it's sadness
Is it
and
MAGA?
happiness. I mean, we've been talking about this meme coin because
We have?
Hannah she's got the inside beat on the new generation.
What?
Apparently mogging is a thing. Okay, mogging.
The
is a-
Mogs are from Final Fantasy.
Okay.
Am I old?
We are old. That's why
Damn it.
Hannah bringing
hate
up
this.
that Mog is a kind of a culture. What is it, Mogging, where you look so much better than someone else?
Hannah, explain to the olds what mogging is.
Yes.
If you were here yesterday, we talked about it, but mogging is like when you take a picture and somebody in the picture just looks way better than everybody else.
They
That
are the
means that
mog?
They mogged. You're mogging.
Oh, like whenever I take a picture with people?
Or if you go to the
Okay.
gym and there's like one dude that's bigger than like everybody else, he just mogged everybody. And mog is
Oh.
like
It's a new
that as a
slang term.
term is blowing up on TikTok, and then MogCoin like 10x.
It's a
the other
healthy
day.
chart. Look at that meme coin
And-
chart.
Or the Mogs are from Final Fantasy VI or the US version Final Fantasy 3
Yep.
with Magitech armor.
It's look. I know. We're just gonna have to.
I still
We're
think
just
it's
gonna have
going
to deal with
higher.
this.
I think they're gonna pump it.
Are they really?
hmm
3?
It was started by Miladies, which are little
controversial.
Very
yeah, I
controversial.
love them though.
All right. $4 million in volume on the 24-hour volume is very good. If this can stay up, then we're looking at a legit meme coin project. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't buy this, but if someone just has $100 and you want to take a chance, sure. What was the dog with hat or what's ripping?
I mean, Dog with Hat's back over 400 mil.
I was
mil
thinking
again.
of you. We were looking at the chart yesterday.
I mean,
looked
it
like
dipped down to like
Oh, it's just
120
whiff.
million
Yeah, just
and then
whiff.
came right back up. I think last night it was around like 450. I think it's probably around like 410 right now.
Important notice. Phantom not wallets in our Dex aggregator.
More importantly is hopefully my new bag of Trump Pepe.
Wow,
Just gonna
Trempepe. This is a really good chart. The liquidity is not that great though. I'm not gonna lie. The volume 6.2 million on a $400 million market cap. That's not that great.
That's
But
what it is.
that's a very bullish. That is one of the most bullish meme coin charts I've ever seen in a long time. Very, very bullish. What are we going to get into? Oh, we're not going to do the ad quite yet. What are the altcoins? We're going to go back to CoinMarketCap. Okay, and we're going to get out of the top 100. I'm done with the top 100.
We
I
gotta
don't
go
want to.
deep.
I don't want to cover any more top 100 coins unless they're past the 80s, because
Wow, Jupiter's top 100 now?
yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, Raven Coin's like 135. Raven Coin's never going to come back. So here's the thing, guys. Top 100s, they're basically capped at 20x's. Okay. When you're outside of the top 100, that's when you get into the 30, 40, 50x territory. And that's what we want. Okay?
Yeah.
We're in the basement.
Yeah.
Okay. Most of you, including your intrepid host, are broke. You're broke as shit and you need that money. So
What
we
a
don't want to be.
psychotic existence we live though. We're broke fiat wise, and
Oh,
we,
yeah.
we walk around with, like a couple of vehicles worth
Heavy.
of all coins.
Heavy
Yeah.
altcoin
That's
bags. But
dangerous.
I want more. I literally have $1,200 right now
Hmm.
that I'm going to YOLO into something, and I need it to be in this top 200. So the prophecies for the top 100 have been fulfilled. Everything we've told you about with Render and Chainlink and whatever the heck else we've been talking about,
They're
that other
already on their
awesome
way.
call, Caspa, they're already in the top 100. They're going to do another 10 or 15x. Okay, great. But we want that mun. All right. We want mammon. I want to take $1,000 and I want to 50x that so I can have $50,000. Okay. Flux is not going to be it, bro. Two Brothers Mining. I like Flux. Flux as a project. I was talking about this in the Discord today. Flux as a project, great. Flux as a coin, probably not going to move all that much. Sorry. I love, shout out to Dan. He's a great guy. He's been on the show. But here we are. Now look, here's number 101, Arweave. I'm still very bullish on Arweave. I have a secret bag of Arweave that I'm holding on to. I think this has, that 50x
Not
potential.
that secret now.
Mm.
I made a video about
Secret's
it for
out.
Discover Crypto, and not very many people watched it. Well, joke's on you. Zeta Chain is one that I need to look into
We were
because
looking
this
at this
just
last
came
night.
out. I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, we're looking at this last night. So the key here is not getting into like eCash, which is a rebrand of I think Bitcoin Gold or something like that.
Kind of a
This is-
played out coin.
Yeah, you don't want projects that are like 5 or 6 years old in the top 200. That's not good. If there's a new project like Zeta Chain that's in the top 200, that is very good. Okay, that's very, very good stuff. So we're going to be looking more at Zeta Chain. Do we want to do live research? Do you want to do that right now?
We are going.
So I'm going to do some quick cursory live research. How old is this?
Last night we were talking
February.
about look what
It's
it did.
the all chart starts in February. We're at $1 now, $664 million, or excuse me, we're at $2.81. We started off at around 80 cents. Basically, none of the supply is out. Fully diluted market cap, 5 billion.
Yeah.
Let's go to the website, zetachain.com. Simple, fast, secure, omni-chain blockchain. Okay, so kind of Cosmos-ish. Interoperable multi-chains from Ethereum to Bitcoin and beyond. 200 ecosystem partners. This can usually be a lie.
Yeah.
This is just juiced, usually. I'm not saying they are lying. I'm just saying these are not metrics that really matter. 3 million testnet users. They don't know if it's the users. It's probably wallets. Okay. 1 point of entry to all of crypto. Apps built on Zeta Chain connect to anything in the crypto ecosystem. Okay, this is very much like Cosmos. Everything chain. Future-proof your applications. One-stop shop for developers. Blah, blah, blah. Built for interoperability. Go down to the blog. They explain the token utility. That's cool. Okay. Partners. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, so Pith.
Okay. Galaxy. OKX Sushi. When you see sushi, when you see sushi, think Mark Cuban, because Mark Cuban is a heavily invested in sushi. Particle Network, never heard of Eddy Finance. BitGet Wallet, I don't care about that. Curve, that's interesting. So they've got pretty big backing. That's good.
OKX,
yeah, that's fine. So they're on an exchange. Great. I don't know what Halborn is.
It's an offshoot of Halliburton.
Oh, cool. So let's just go to the white paper real quick. We're doing live research right now. This came out last year. Okay, so they have the white paper proposes Zeta Chain, a blockchain with generic omni-chain smart contracts support that can expose smart contract blockchain such as Ethereum, L2 rollup, Solana, Terra. That didn't age well. Algorand, and even non-smart contract blockchain such as Bitcoin and Dogecoin. Zeta Chain consists of proof of stake blockchain. Blah 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 blah. Okay. We'll get into this a little bit more. I would say this is not a scam. I would say this has decent backing.
Yeah.
But in being in the top 200, I am ostensibly bullish on this project. Let's pick out one more. PancakeSwap.
Do you know what that word actually means?
Ostensibly?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What does it mean?
Ostensibly, like outward facing.
Incorrect.
It appears to look like.
Getting closer.
Yeah. That's what
it's such a weird word. It's like,
what is it?
What does it mean?
Basically means it is, but it isn't.
Okay, here we go.
It is. It's also Brandon Sanderson's like favorite word to use. It's like of looking of which, but it is not. It's the dumbest fucking word ever. I'm sorry. Anyway.
All right. Okay. Well, appreciate that feedback, that live feedback.
We're live researching.
Nick, remember when you said bawa da ba on around the blockchain? I don't, but I usually say that every morning as part of my just like personal affirmations.
Start the day with Kid Rock.
Yeah, I just start with bawa da ba da bang diggy diggy.
Diggy said the boogie said,
Diggy said the boogie. Yeah,
I mean, awful that
you should be saying that to yourself in the mirror every day.
There's a waste of space in your hippocampus that is dedicated.
Dude, my
to
hippocampus is
thick.
Also, if you want to do some random research, this is worth it. If you go to pooltool.io real quickly.
Oh.
I'm sorry, taptools.io.
Wow.
Are we going to Snakeville?
Well, no. So the one that I've been talking about and it's really been positioning itself is Dex Hunter.
Yes,
like,
this is true.
What is the IAG for storage? Obviously, Lenfi. Milk ended up doing its migration, but if you scroll down on the side, I think Dex Hunter is probably one of the biggest sleepers in here.
Hunt.
Yeah. And then Indy is one that is one of the biggest ones. I need to pull out my laptop because I do have a tappy. Like the chart doesn't look great.
Well, that's the 4 hour. Hang on.
Yeah.
And we're trying to find things that are down.
Let's look at the weekly. Oh my God.
I mean,
that's
but with the supply and everything else, but they're really positioning themselves as a fantastic aggregator. And then I believe it's MyUSD is starting to be used on Cardano.
Okay.
So there's beginning to be stable coins. And then it looks like Hunt's really pushing to actually be able to do USDC.
Dex Hunter.
So
okay.
This is something I would look at it like if you're trying to go outside the top 100, that's a thing. But I think one of the other narratives to look at is what do you think will be the next layer one? Obviously, I have my confirmational bias and will not say it's Ethereum. I think Ethereum is done for so many different reasons. And I am correct on that, but we won't go into it. But I am going to be a little bit bullish and state that Cardano is probably the next one. And
Neutron.
you start looking into the alts that are on that.
I was looking at this one too.
Okay. We're looking at Neutron.
Oh,
Not
God,
Ultron.
damn. Look what happened. I was
What?
looking at that right a few days ago here.
Yeah, it just ripped.
So that means you didn't buy it?
504
No,
million.
I look at a lot of good
This is
prices.
this is a mid cap, right? 500 million mid cap.
Yeah, I
So
hate
we're at
myself
mid
right
cap.
now. Looking at this.
27% of the supply is out. NTRN token. It's on Cosmos.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
All right, let's pull up the Twitter, pull up the Twits, Integrated Applications Network. Smart contracts, the powers of app chain, Neutron enables developers to build breakthrough applications, blah, blah, blah. 44,000 followers. They seem to be posting quite often. 4 hours, 4
Not
hours.
a lot of attention on them yet, though.
Not a lot of attention on them. Okay, so Neutron, bullish if it's on Cosmos. Oh my gosh.
I want
integrated
layer
app-
0, man.
Cosmos?
I love Cosmos. I'm heavily overinvested in Cosmos. Celestia, Cosmos, Osmosis.
I saw that Tia was actually looking at an alternative to Cosmos, Tendermint.
Tendermint is Cosmos.
Yeah.
It is?
Yes. Yeah, that is the programming language that is on Cosmos.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought they were not connected.
There's no Tendermint coin. That's just like for Solana, the programming language on Solana is Rust. The programming language for Cosmos is Tendermint.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So Celestia is on Tendermint, or is written in Tendermint.
But remember last
among other
cycle,
things.
the projects that had Tendermint for a hot second, a month,
Yep.
they really pumped. Like
Yeah.
that was the narrative all of a sudden. Like, you have Tendermint? Oh my God, this coin's going to do really well.
So we got to look at Neutron. I'm bullish on Neutron, although I do not have the correct amount of exposure to Bitcoin layer 2s, which that is the next thing I'm getting into. But we're going to get into some headlines here. Let's see if Comstock is reconnected. Oh, we lost it.
Up.
He's down. He's down for the count. He's no longer connected. I'm going to have to wait to go home. I could call my wife's girlfriend. She's probably at the house right now.
Yeah.
To get her to turn that back on, but oh well.
Here we go.
RIP. Guys, protect your junk. The stuff between your legs is one of the most important parts of your body.
I'm sorry,
and
these
as
are
men,
how much?
and
It's
as
an 8-pack.
and as men, that we are one of the only species that has a internal organ that hangs outside of our body,
At risk.
at risk of exposure to not just trauma, not just emotional trauma, but physical trauma, but all of the toxic dyes, bleaches, BPAs, microplastics, phthalates, formaldehydes, perfluorochemicals, pesticides, and toxic fertilizers that are in your undies. It's disgusting and is turning you into a chick, and not the good kind.
Because you're getting that transdermal absorption.
Yeah. So your body, your skin is an organ. It's the biggest organ in your whole body. Well, no, I think your guts are. But anyway, it's very large and it's the one that everyone sees, but it absorbs things all the time. And if you're absorbing all this terrible stuff, then you're basically going to be, you're basically a gelding.
And Nick, do you know what BPA is?
It's a type of plastic.
Bisphenol A.
Okay.
It's polymerized estrogen.
Oh.
Which breaks down with UV light and acidity.
Yes.
So depending on what your pH is of your balls,
yeah,
you could literally be leaching that out.
If you're going to the gym and you're sweating in your whatever plastic, like microplastic underwear, your nutsack is basically sucking in estrogen.
Usually my unit is not what's doing the sucking.
No, your balls are sucking in the sweat. The sweat is mixing with the plastics from your cheapo underwear. Anyways, guys, you cannot be doing this to your body. Go to nadsunder.com. Use code BASEMENT to get some money off of your order. I bought some. They're gonna be arriving this week.
I got some too.
I will be
Are we
doing
gonna
a
do a
review.
fashion show?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, I will be only be wearing the nads while I'm at this desk. I'll have no pants on. So check out nads. Link in the description. Use code BASEMENT. Appreciate nads. So here's super chat. See, I can't read super chat because the camera's
just
in the
give it
way.
a sec. Give it a sec.
Why would I give it a second when I could have read it initially?
There it is.
Go to color correction.
$5 super chat from Bodie, and now it's gone. I swear to God, this show sucks.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Owen just
This is the worst.
Hit
Like,
the expand. What?
they can't. Like no one here. Okay, great. Now we have less.
Also,
now
click
we have
on
less
color
time to
correction.
read it. My daily
There you go.
BB Fix Mog comes from AMOG, which means alpha male of the group. Thanks for the content. Appreciate it.
See, this is alpha. Like
Period.
now, Mog makes more sense as an ongoing meme coin narrative.
It's
You know,
yeah.
if it's like hot with the cool kids,
Yeah.
you know, I'm
Humble
not.
says, "Wrap the tool, don't be a fool." Yeah, I
Good
like
call.
that. Appreciate the super chat, everyone out there. Trader Joe flips Pancake Swap to become second largest DEX after Uniswap. Very bullish on Trader Joe. According to Artemis Research, citing token terminal data, the DEX processed 142 million in trading volume in the last day, with 98% of fees from tokens based in Avalanche. Its dominance points to how crucial the DEX is in the high throughput blockchain. BJ, do we know? So Tap Tools is is DEX tools for Cardano. What is the one for Avalanche?
Oh, I don't have the slightest clue.
We should find that.
Because Bird Eye is the one for Solana.
Solana.
Okay, I
for the most
literally
part,
have
yeah.
a sheet right now that I'm putting all of this in so I can keep it all straight because there's so many different tools for all the different
Yeah.
chains. It's
What
like-
it? Someone help.
Yeah, what is the AVAX
Like
tool?
Trader
Someone
Joe's
from
needs-
Massachusetts is calling me.
What if it's Uncle Joe?
What if it's Elizabeth Warren?
Could be Elizabeth.
Should I
Warren.
answer? Oh, it,
Yeah.
and went away. AVAC. Yeah, we need a DEX tools for Avalanche. Can someone in the chat or in the Discord let me know? Because I got to find that. I should know that. It's kind of embarrassing that I don't. In the past 24 hours, Trader Joe processed over $216,000 in fees, above the $151,000 recorded by PancakeSwap. That's great. Will Avalanche focus on meme coins to cement Trader Joe's position? No, probably not. Considering how viral meme coins can be, it is likely that Trader Joe will benefit from this drive. When writing, the foundation has not revealed whether it bought any meme coins. It is going to buy meme coins. Like that's the Avalanche Foundation has already said, Ava Labs has said that they're going to be funding meme coins.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. It's good to know.
According to DeFi Llama, Trader Joe's TVL stands at over 172 million, of which more than 126 million are Avalanche-based assets. That's super cool. Someone actually in the morning show said, hey, I thought Trader Joe was weird and scammy. And I'm like, well, back in the day in 2021, there was a lot of pools for Luna Classic and USDT, not USD. What was the Luna one?
Oh gosh, it's been so long.
It was
What
just-
was it?
USD. It was
God, I
something.
can't
It was the
remember.
Luna stable coin.
Yeah.
UST. That's what it was. UST.
UST.
There's a lot of Terra UST pools, and Trader Joe was a part of that, and they got kind of hammered pretty hard. But they bounced back, and they're great. They're one of the best dexes out there. Nick says, someone Martinez says, Nick, will you sell all your altcoins in this bull run? Probably.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
plan to. I'm planning to sell everything.
I'm probably gonna sell all my everything, even including my Bitcoin,
Yeah.
and then buy
Like-
back when it goes lower.
That's the whole goal here. I'm trying to get more houses. I can't live inside a meme coin or a Bitcoin.
Yeah, you
Like,
can.
You can.
Dude, I told you to call my cousin.
Okay,
You can
well,
live inside of a Bitcoin.
Big profit.
Did you guys see France critics of mRNA?
Oh, don't know. You're
I
not
can't
supposed
say
to read
that?
that out loud.
Yeah, don't say that out loud.
I didn't
The
say
answer
that.
is yes.
Yes,
but-
we did. We did see that. Rumble.
Pink Floaty. We will talk about that on Rumble at some
Rumble.
point. So sorry, almost got us.
Yeah.
Almost got it. Papa Goose.
Sometimes we have to
I'm not
censor
gonna.
ourselves.
I'm not gonna read that either. But Michael King, Nick, it'll be easier for someone to inappropriate touch your junk. You only wear underwear. I mean, I wear underwear every day. I don't get inappropriately touched, so I don't know what you're talking about. Humble says, I used to work at Trader Joe's supermarket when I was 17, got caught stealing Modelo's, and they still kept me.
Wow.
The Dex is half as good. Something. I don't know. I can't read it because someone put the fucking camera in the way. Great. So look, Trader Joe's grocery store, bullish on that overall.
What, really?
Yeah.
You know what they do, right?
I mean, it's a grocery store.
So they buy all their food from a wholesaler that's about to expire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they get it super inexpensive. But
Yeah.
say you're used to seeing a cereal box that is 20 ounces.
Yep.
So they'll put it in that same exact box, but it will be like 5 ounces.
What?
So they
I don't
trick
think
you.
that's right. I think that's actual life from the
It is
pill.
not.
Because I think I would pick up a 20-ounce box of cereal and be like, this feels really light.
Yeah. So I'm
And then I would not buy it.
yeah, but they are going to take whatever sized container you're used to, and there will be significantly less
What?
in there.
No, I don't think.
That's literally their
I need sources on that
We need to
because
go
that could be an
look.
explosive documentary.
I
That could
know.
be an
We should
amazing
go
story.
look right now. Like,
Yeah.
But my BJ bullshit filter
big thing.
is like, it's going off like crazy right now.
Eh,
Great.
it's fine.
George Martinez
usually
says, great
pretty
show
right."
last night. Appreciate you. Baylor Bear 03, Benki is AVAC's largest liquid stacking. It could also be their largest liquid staking.
Hmm.
Yeah. Humble says, all the cute chick shop at Trader Joe's, not like
Yes.
Stater Bros. You got to go with your nose hairs trimmed. I don't know if you're rapping or leaving comments, but I'm here for it. I will
like it.
say one of the top 3 places, if you're a single dude to meet chicks, one of the top 3 places is the grocery store. This is verified, fact check true. Is the grocery store.
they have horrible parking lots, though.
Trader Joe's, yeah, they're pretty much awful.
They're awful.
ApeCoin DAO to develop its own ape chain network on Arbitrum. I don't care about ApeCoin, but I do care about Arbitrum. So if we get a whole bunch of NFT degens getting into Arbitrum, I like that a lot.
The penguins
I like that a lot.
also love Arbitrum.
According to a snapshot, approximately 25 million ape tokens have been cast in favor of advancing the ape chain network on Arbitrum. It just makes sense. Base layer ETH sucks. Okay?
Yeah.
It's stupid to do anything on base layer ETH. Please stop doing stuff on base layer ETH. No one do another blue chip. Actually, here, Yuga, move all the apes to Arbitrum. Please, God. If you want to have any chance in the next bull run of NFTs coming back,
Okay.
please move them over. Same with Pudgy. Wait, is Pudgy
Yeah,
on
that's what I
ETH?
was about to say. I could really see that happening for real because Luca, Pudgy founder, tweeted probably in 2022 that Ethereum needs a solution for gas fees in order to scale for like mass adoption of NFTs, and he said, "And Arbitrum is the solution."
It
He
is.
better
And
have
now
a hell of a
ApeCoin-
chode if he's going to call himself Pudgy.
Nobody's calling themselves Pudgy. It's their fucking penguin. Your penguin is you.
It's a euphemism.
Anyways,
Oh my God.
Arbitrum bullish and now this ApeCoin bullish. Penguins are gonna flip apes.
Yeah,
though.
please go to L2's. Pudgy, go to Arb. All the cool NFTs, just go to Arbitrum. It's pretty great. So that vote looks like it's going through in an X post. Off-Chain Labs, the original developers of the Arbitrum technology, revealed the ape tokens will serve dual roles as both gas and governance token for the forthcoming network. Additionally, the team highlighted that the ApeCoin DAO community will have the authority to introduce other features facilitated by Arbitrum's on-chain governance approach. This is the way forward. This is why your Arbitrum bags will pump. This is why NFTs will actually have a chance in the next bull run. Speaking of having a chance in the next bull run, Spanish telecom giant Telefonica partners with Chainlink for enhanced security. Spain-based telecom company Telefonica announced, I guess it's feminine, announced a strategic alliance with Web3 solution provider Chainlink Labs. First use case in this partnership will involve the SIM swap API introduced by Global Systems for Mobile Communication Association Open Gateway, a mobile network that provides application programmable interface. Why did he highlight that? That's the worst. Why did I have to say that?
That was a tongue twister.
The important part is this. The SIM swap API checks the last time a SIM card associated with a mobile number has been modified, which is utilized for fraud prevention for an individual and banking accounts. That's the important part of this article, Johnny. Not this dumb bullshit.
No, that sounds like a regurgitation.
Get this out of here. This is important. So yeah, SIM swaps are becoming a giant problem. So yeah, it's a very
It's like
bad
if you
problem.
didn't just get a new phone with your phone company and you swapped a SIM card, shouldn't that be an immediate red flag?
Oh yeah.
I would think so, but
You would
apparently SIM swaps are happening to everyone, and even no one is safe. Not even Zach XBT or the SEC is safe from a SIM swap.
Zach XPT got some.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did, right? Or was it Ben.eth? Check 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Anna.
Oh.
I was just sorry.
He's over here. Anna, please talking to the mic.
Like, and last she does it, and she's like floating away,
Yeah.
talking to the mic.
So yeah, either way,
Into
SIM
the
swaps
mic.
happen because all it takes is for a corrupt individual at the cell phone store to basically be bought off and then do the SIM swap there in the store.
Yeah. But
So-
then they have to hold all the data of all the different changes that have happened.
Oh, here on
within
Chainlink?
each customer, and that's where the use of Chainlink comes. It's
Yes.
it's housing and retrieving the data.
Yes.
Right? Like this is why the coin makes so much sense to me to be overly bullish on.
Yeah.
It's because it's
I know.
being plugged into reality. Hey, BJ. It's being plugged into reality. It's actually finding a true use case.
Yep.
It's fixing problems. Yeah, I do. Please.
Ew, dude, don't drink that.
What?
That's like liquid diabetes.
Whatever.
Oh my God.
Taste it.
Ew. Ew. Drew is self-harming live on the stream.
Thank you, BJ.
You're welcome.
Ew.
Dude, I'm
Everything in
coming back. I'm
moderation.
feeling strong again. I was able to deadlift 315 again yesterday, and it felt good.
Brag.
It's not a brag.
Brag.
I used to be able to do a lot more. I used to do 500, and I blew out my knee, and I've been busted up, and I'm on my way back.
You're on your way
Feeling
back.
good.
I love it.
Yeah.
XRP Rail says you can make your SIM swap in person only. Yes, that's part of the just general problem with crypto. Is called the Oracle problem. Like eventually, some Linda has to actually input the information into Chainlink. Is Linda actually doing a good job? I don't know, but at the very least, this is somewhat of a solution to the SIM swap problem. And we're running short on time, but we're going to move on to the hyper interesting part of the show. But before we do, hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. We're on Rumble too. So shout out to all the people on Rumble. Appreciate all of you out there. Appreciate all the people on Twitter right now. We're going to get into what's going to be happening over the next year and what you need to be on the lookout for and be aware and be apprised of the situation. Well, the U.S. economy is booming, but Japan and the UK...
You need to stay abreast?
Stay abreast. But Japan and the UK just slipped into recession. Here's why. So this is a big deal because Japan and the UK are some of the biggest economies in the world. Japan holds most of our debt. So if Japan is going down, they may start trying to offload our debt. The U.S. economy managed to shake off Wall Street's gloomy forecast and dodged a long predicted slump last year. They didn't really dodge it. They just pushed it off until 2025 or later this year. But the same can't be said for two other members of the G7. Japan and the UK are both officially in a recession because they did not change the definition of the recession.
They're scamming us so hard.
Are they really?
This is such bull. Like all this calling what is and is not a recession is such a scam, a lie. Like they discount our housing cost, our food. Right.
Now it's no longer a scam.
They changed the definition. This is all just a parade to keep the people asleep, to keep the slight hope that there's going to be some sort of monetary responsibility coming from your elected leaders. It's not coming. They are not coming to save you. You're at home in whatever country it is. Fiat inflation and printing us into oblivion is happening across the world.
Yep.
There is no stopping this except for finding the freedom through Bitcoin and crypto.
I know.
It's almost as if cryptocurrency is the solution.
Oh, weird. Japan officially lost its title as the world's third largest economy to Germany on Thursday, as cabinet office data showed that its economy shrank by 0.4% over the final 3 months of 2023. That doesn't sound like a whole bunch. But what is the GDP of Japan? GDP of Japan is $4.941 trillion. What is 0.4 of $4.941 trillion? Let's see how much money they lost last year. Oh, don't see if this was ChatGPT, would have been cool about it.
Yeah.
Percent of a trillion. Okay. This is really annoying now. No, 0.4. I can't do a okay.
Oh, you can't do a point?
I can't do this is all right. So wait, do we just go to Gemini now?
Yeah.
No,
Gemini is the new hot AI system up here. A lot of people, my dad recommended it to me. He's been using it.
Speaking of German.
Yeah, Gemini. Bard is now Gemini.
Yep.
Do you guys know?
I hate this. It's a lot of money. It's a shitload of money. Hang on a second, BJ.
No,
they lost a lot of money last year. The contraction, which followed a 3.3% quarter slump, defied the forecasters' prediction of a 1 point. So they're just falling off a cliff. Their GDPs are falling apart faster than overused mangas. The currency has tumbled 30% against the US dollar since the start of 2022. According to data from the Dow Jones, it's been dragged down by the Bank of Japan's refusal to follow the Federal Reserve's lead in raising interest rates. Yeah, because it won't work in Japan. Why it won't work? To be honest, I don't know right now. That's a very interesting question, why they have bucked that trend. Let's see. Like its neighbor China, Japan is also suffering due to an aging and shrinking population. A well-publicized fertility crisis means that Japanese women have just 1.3 children on average, well below the rate that demographers believe is needed to maintain a stable number of citizens. This is actually becoming a huge political issue in Japan. They're pushing hardcore now for fatherhood and childhood stimulus, like big time tax credits. They're doing more like cultural programming about being a father, being a mother, and how good that is. So they're taking this head on, because if there's one thing the Japanese will not abide, is there not being any more Japanese people, because according to the Japanese, they're the best kind of people on the planet.
Bitcoin hit an all-time high in Japan this morning. I had
against the yen, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's basically, the fact that Bitcoin, it's going parabolic and beyond its all-time high in Japan, but then also you show charts like Argentina, right? And it's the simplest metric to show a normie. Take that information, show a normie, show them show them the difference in your buying power compared. How many Bitcoin does that money get you now? And when you boil the conversation down to that, it kind of helps like kickstart the thought process about what they're doing. So
Exactly. So what does this mean for you? Well, if the countries are struggling against Bitcoin, against the dollar, then you have opportunity to make investments there, possibly buy some property in Japan. You could also go do a trip to Japan because it would be hella cheap. Their economy. Being able to passport bro and marry a Japanese chick, unlikely. So, but that's just the way it is over there. But in the UK, it's different. Britain also got some bad economic news Thursday as official data showed its economy shrank by 0.3% between October and December. They officially put the UK into a recession. In 2023, it logs dismal growth for its worst 12-month performance since the following financial crisis in 2008. News of the recession comes at a particularly bad time for Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, who's gearing up for general election later this year and has tried to play his economic credentials. His Conservatives are trailing the opposition Labour Party by 21 points in the polls. Just so everyone is aware here, when they say the British Conservatives, they essentially mean progressive Democrats.
Right.
Because the Labour Party are just communists.
Right.
Okay. The Conservatives are slightly less communist. There are very, very few. I mean, I think like Nigel Farage is like the only actual conservative there, and they treat him like he's basically an alien. So the Conservatives in the UK are basically socialists. The Labour Party are communists. So
here's what something comes to mind. Rishi, his wife, very connected to CBDC development.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
They're barreling into a recession right as, the conflict in Ukraine is not slowing down. Europe is worried about actually going to war. You have British generals warning people to get ready to fight on British soil regarding the war. Now, all this chaos, isn't this the perfect time for Rishi to implement that CBDC? Little extra airdrop of food while people are bent at the knee, begging for help.
So he would try. The problem is they're still struggling mightily with all the effects of Brexit. And if the CBDC doesn't happen at the same time as the Euro CBDC, then no one's going to use it. Because the Europeans, they are trying to do a lot more trade now with the Europeans, and they're not on the same currency anymore. Well, they never were. They still retain the pound, but it would be even doubly more difficult if it was a CBDC where like the British government could like turn off the money, because everyone saw what happened in 2022 when Biden turned off the dollar to Russia and kind of peed in the Cheerios of the global financial hegemony.
Yep.
That was the big boo-boo. Okay. That's like basically the dollar saying the name of its ex while having intercourse with its new girlfriend. That was the relationship killer. Okay. We've all thought it in our head, but we've never said it out loud. Well, the dollar said it out loud when it came to what happened with Russia. It said, I don't know what it said out loud, but it did it. Putin
So
brought
we
that up.
control you digitally on every aspect, like the Facebook accounts, these world multi-nation conglomerate companies worked in cohesion with the U.S. government along with SWIFT. So not only are your people silenced on those, platforms, then you have also SWIFT showing, hey, we actually control the flow of your money, and you guys can't pay for those shipments now because you're in a war with us.
I know. Jacob Perry says Nick just described the GOP and the Democrats. Yeah, there's a bunch of factions within the GOP, but I would say mainline GOP are basically they're socialists. Democrats are out and out communists. Fluffy the Sheep says Brexit has hardly affected the economy. I don't know what you're talking. I'm assuming our economy, because when it comes to the British economy, it has heavily affected it. And if you want to see that happen, or how that has happened firsthand, watch the second season of Clarkson's Farm, and you will see how they've had to struggle continuously with the effects of Brexit. Austin, I love you too. Let's move on here because they're talking about a soft landing.
So quickly,
Yes.
Rishi and his wife met at Stanford University in California.
Classic.
Why is he the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom?
Well,
because the amount we educate everybody in the U.S. and then everyone leaves. It's one of the biggest things that happens in biotech or any other STEM or anything else.
Most of the Chinese Communist Party went to school at like Harvard.
So Stanford sucks.
Good luck to the UK.
They do have the worst college football mascot of any school. You know what the mascot? Chat, tell us what the mascot of Stanford University is. Okay. The first person to tell us the mascot of Stanford University will get 50 Caspa.
Are we gonna send those T-shirts out?
Yeah, but then they lost. The 49ers lost.
They did lose.
Does anyone still want a Purdy Boy shirt? I still like Brock Purdy. If anyone, so far, no one has been. It's a damn tree. C90FTW gets you. You get 50 Caspa. It's a tree. It is a pine tree. The Stanford trees, the dumbest mascot. Anyways.
Well, Fluffy the sheep, he runs a company in the UK. I'm interested.
Fluffy the sheep?
Yeah.
I run a company here in the UK. First of all, you're probably a liar.
Oh my God.
Fluffy, I want to know your take on all the struggles that the farmers have had with Brexit that I watched on Clarkson Farm. Then, like, I want to know, like, was it just bullshit? Because it seems like they had a lot of problems when it comes to agriculture, and a lot of it was brought on by Brexit. So yeah, I don't know, Fluffy. I don't know what you do, Fluffy, but I appreciate you being here, even though you probably are a liar. Let's listen to this guy on CNBC.
Beginning mid-year. Joining us now, Post 9, to discuss the Citigroup chief U.S. economist Alan Hollenhorst. Still a pretty, I would say, outlier view at this point to expect a recession this year.
Yeah, I think that's right. And there's this very powerful and seductive narrative around this being a soft landing. And we're just not seeing it in the data. I think that's what we've seen over the last couple of days. We have inflation that's running too high. The activity data is more debatable. January, you have some big seasonal factors, so I think that's part of why markets are a little bit skeptical of these numbers, but it was a pretty big decline in retail sales that we saw this morning.
Sorry, I called you Alan. It's Andrew. I would argue that all the data has pointed to better economic growth, from GDP to jobs. Even manufacturing appears to be picking up. It feels like at the end of 2023 and into 24, there was an acceleration in the economy. And if you look at retail sales, maybe you can question the strength of the consumer, but there's also weather and there's also a give back from holiday.
So I think you're absolutely right. That's where we were as we ended 2023, and it was a remarkable year in terms of above 3% real GDP growth. Very few people were forecasting that. We were not forecasting that. We were surprised at the upside. But the question is, where are these forward-looking indicators showing us that we're going to go? We just had a really strong jobs report, over 350,000 people hired. But within that jobs report, the number of hours that people are working is going down. The number of full-time workers is going down. In certain sectors like restaurants, you're not seeing that hiring. And I think that's the key to the economy, is what happens in the labor market. If the unemployment rate stays low, people continue to spend, the economy holds up.
It's all about spending. It's all about consumerism. It's all about giving yourself to the quarterly reports of these giant companies, right? It's not about bettering yourself, and it's damn sure not about wages going up. Because that sure as shit is not happening.
The need to keep spending, that's like the main use case they can do with CBDCs. They can put that expiration date on.
Well,
that's the
input for interest rates being, or not interest rates, inflation being at 2%. Because I heard it described the other day that the reason that you have a 2% inflation rate is because that encourages people not to hold on to their money.
They told us in
That's so horrible.
They told us in college, like accounting, like, I mean, I don't know, I guess if everybody learns this, I guess it's a basic principle, but I don't freaking know, but they said with inflation, like the time value of money, the best thing to do is spend money. Like spend your money because the value is going down.
They're teaching
like spend it.
Youths in school, impressionable, mushy-brained youths like Hannah.
It's pronounced Utes.
Youths.
Mushy brain.
He's Utes.
Brains full of mush. My
mushy.
brain is like, it's all hard and crusty and bitter.
Yeah. And caked over.
They said literally like last year,
slightly cephalized.
like 2 years ago, last year, they were saying your money is worth the most that it will be worth right now.
The moment you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the moment you get it. Yeah, unless you're actively investing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but they don't talk about investing there.
That's super frustrating. So they're saying everyone last year was saying soft landing, and we saw that graph about how when they were telegraphing soft landing, it's actually going to be a hard landing. This is the report. Yeah, Fed hit with horrendous inflation report in body blow to soft landing. Because guess what, folks? There will be, and I'm going to push back against what they said in the morning show, there will be a soft landing. That is guaranteed. Just like there was a soft landing in 2008 for all the banks.
No.
They got their soft landing, you bet your ass.
Well, the
middle class got the hard landing.
Yeah, the hard landing thought, like for the economy at large, is kind of like this it's this hope that some sort of truth will come out about how far down the road we are effed and how high beyond our production our interest rate payments are on our debt. Those have already outpaced us by a long shot. Now it's just about keeping people hoping and believing that there's some sort of gleam on the other side that the dollar will stop inflating at the rate it is. I think we're going to end up in hyperinflation in the US dollar. I know
eventually, yeah. And so what that means for crypto is that Wall Street's probably not going to feel this hard landing. So your crypto is going to be fine. But you as an individual, as a middle class person or as a lower class person, you're going to absolutely be shellacked if you're not in the right position, because you bet your ass that they're going to bail out all these companies. And the stock market is not correlated to your day-to-day activities. Like, it's going up and up and up. Is anyone else feeling economic freedom these days? And is anyone else in the chat? +1 in the chat if you're just feeling...
I'm selling plastic with suction cups.
If you're feeling just euphoric economic upward momentum, okay?
In Chainlink, yes, but nowhere else.
Or like when I come into the office and crypto's up.
Yeah, +2 if you are feeling just the downward pressure, the heel of the boot on the throat of your upward mobility. Because it's not weird. There are, like I've said, there's like 5 different economies. I think I should make a video about this. There are like 5 different economies in the economy. Okay, the middle class is one of those. But at the top of the pyramid is the military-industrial complex, and then right underneath of there, okay, this is like the Illuminati, right at the top, and the one beneath there, that's Wall Street. Yeah. Okay, and you're like way down here. Damn. Okay,
I should really
because
like
in between
that
you and Wall Street is the dependent class.
Because a lot of times when people talk about the economy, they don't cephalize it like you just did. That's actually a really good point.
What do you mean by cephalize?
Exactly what I mean, cephalize.
No, explain that. I had to explain ostentatious. Cephalize? Sectional.
Sections.
Okay, so they sectionalized it.
It's caste system.
The Maslow's hierarchy needs. Because here's the thing.
It's more used in like the phylogenetic tree when discussing evolution.
Because I'm thinking of like encephalitis when I hear ceph.
Well, that's different.
Because ceph is with brain, right?
Sometimes.
I hear syphilis.
No, that's SY.
Yeah, that's very different.
Anyways, when it comes to the hierarchy of who is important to the powers that be, it is themselves, and then it's the military-industrial complex, okay, the deep state, and then you have Wall Street. After Wall Street, you have the donor class, or what we call the people who are paid out. Okay, that's not you.
Damn,
okay?
That's Taylor Swift.
It's the people who get food stamps.
No, it's Max
The
Martin
food
who
stamps
writes
cannot
Taylor
run
Swift's
out,
music.
or else now you have millions and millions of people who are now revolting against their not having any food stamps. It's you, the earner, which is at the very bottom of the hierarchy, and you are the one who are constantly getting shit on by the debt economy. Show's almost over. Let's look at Joe Biden. Joe Biden forgot stuff.
Let Joe Biden check
Joe
in.
Biden misremembered again. Hours after last week's release of special counsel Robert Hur's report on Biden's handling of classified documents, which described the president as well-meaning elderly man with poor memory and diminished faculties, Team Biden pushed their man in front of reporters in a hopeless bid to demonstrate that his mind is fully intact. It backfired in various ways, most notably when Biden referred to the Egyptian president Sisi as the president of Mexico. That was pretty funny. There's more problems during the press conference. First, some more background. In addition, not remembering to what years he served as vice president, the special counsel report said that in his interview, investigators, Biden did not remember even within several years when his son Beau died. But at the press conference, Biden was like, "How dare you? How dare you? You son of a bitch!"
What weird timing for that.
But
it was so weird.
But Big Meanie ran with the narrative, and they were like, "Yeah, you're so mean. You're so mean." Citing 2 sources, NBC News reports that it was indeed Biden who raised the topic of his son's own death to her. And now he's saying, "Well, why'd you have to bring that up? You jerk." Blah, 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 blah. NBC News report comes out several days after Biden defenders parroting the questionable attack on her. "Why are you asking that question?" asked the Attorney General Eric Holder. "What does it have to do with your retention of classified information?" Well, it doesn't, because Joe Biden brought it up.
This is probably why Biden token dumped. Right
I
here,
hope so.
this happened right as Biden token dumped.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Very sad.
JP Morgan is out on climate investment. So is State Street. I think State Street is the most interesting.
They literally just said, "Nah, never mind."
Thank
yeah,
God.
They were just like, yeah, all this stuff. Asset management arm State Street said on Thursday they would withdraw from the largest investor coalition focused on convincing corporate world to act on climate change. When you see the corporate world, just think of the West. That's who they're really targeting. Decisions are a blow to efforts to coordinate Wall Street action on tackling climate change and came after the coalition known as Climate Change Action 100 asked its signatories to push companies to invest more to move from words to action. JP Morgan pulled its membership. The firm has built a team of 4 dedicated sustainable investing professionals, including investment stewardship specialists who also leverage one of the largest buy-side research teams in the industry, it said in a statement. So yeah, get fucked. Launched in 2017, Ka 100 previously focused on climate-related disclosures as heavy emitting companies held in its investors' portfolios.
So funny how they just YOLO'd out of the ESG narrative.
Yeah, ESG is done.
Yeah.
So ESG is done. DEI is soon to follow, but let's look and see who runs. Who runs the Climate Action 100?
Deep research.
Deep research. Blah, 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 blah,
See how
blah.
many of these people have degrees.
What do we notice? What do we notice here? Who is these are the members of the steering committee. I see a lot of awfuls.
Are any of these people that have a background in any kind of like ecology, biodiversity, anything?
Doesn't matter. I see a
It
lot
kind
of
of does
awful.
when you're dictating
You're
a
right.
climate.
You're right. Yeah.
But-
So these are awfuls. Affluent white female liberals. Okay. Communist plants.
I'm not sure there is are 2 X chromosomes on the 23rd right there.
Well,
be
and
honest.
these are some browbeaten cucks. Okay.
I've also
Look
read
at,
her
look
name
at
is
Andrew
Florida
Gray.
Wang.
You know he's been to Bohemian Grove. He's got his name on a damn
He's got
bench
an
at Bohemian
owl
Grove.
on his front porch right now.
So yeah,
Richard Proudlove.
a lot of representations from Asia. Rebecca, the Asia Investor Group. So this is basically how China can protect itself from climate rules and inflict all of this pain on the West.
Well, naturally.
So yeah, when you see a board and the steering committee is mostly millennial and Gen X white chicks, run to the hills.
Yeah.
Okay. Ann Simpson looks like she transitioned her son.
Dude, I'm starting to get more and
look at
more afraid of
Francois.
female cops.
Francois Humbert.
Nar.
Nar.
No.
That's a hard pass on Francois.
Hard pass.
Yeah, hard pass. Valeria Piani
Okay.
from the Phoenix Group. Okay, look who else is investing in this. Okay, yeah, there's an Asian advisory board, of course. Just stacked with CCP people. Sequoia Climate Foundation. So yeah, this is just how they can cook their own books. But yeah, this is basically a communist organization run by the CCP and a bunch of awfuls. Shout out to Michael Malice. AWFL, affluent white female liberal. Affluent white female liberals are the downfall of Western civilization. They must be stopped at all times. They are the number one.
Wasp?
White Anglo-Saxon white Anglo. I know, but this calls out their gender. I would say none of these people on the steering committee can actually define what a woman is. I'm willing to bet that. Okay.
Yeah.
I would say most of them have children that are in various states of transitioning.
Good.
So yeah, awfuls must be stopped. They are a existential threat to Western society, to your life, to your freedom, because they do not want freedom. That's all I got right now for the Blockchain Basement. I'm not hosting tomorrow. I got a thing I got to go to, but all of my energies and my spirit will be here with you guys here in the basement. I'm going to be doing some push-ups.
Yep.
I appreciate all of you guys here in the chat. Randomness, Fluffy the Sheep. Fluffy, I want to talk to you more about just what you do over in the UK. Flat Smack, Skid Marks, Mike, Mikkel Lord, Mike Bennett, Michael Moore, Jacob Perry, New World Disorder. Someone asked me where we are going from October 15th to November 15th. I'm going to El Salvador, bro. So come on down. Come on down to
For a month.
El Salvador. I'm getting out of here before all the cyber attacks happen and the boogaloo happens around the election. I'm going to be in El Salvador. I swear to God, I'm already pricing it out.
What's the election?
You can
date?
be in El Salvador for a month. Guess how much it costs to be in El Salvador for a month?
$30. It's probably like $200.
For an entire house in the capital.
$200.
No. For 1 month.
$1,000.
It is $1,500 to be in a very nice house in El Salvador for a month.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding you.
Did I come too?
I'm renewing my passport in like 2 weeks.
Is that the safest place to go? Or what about
Just
like
about.
Bali? Bali's cheap too.
I would
Bali
say
is
Costa
full of
Rica, Belize.
Yeah, Bali's
I'm
full of
gonna get-
Chinese tourists now, so it's
Really?
not that. Yeah, it's all kind of got ruined. Anyways, thanks for everyone on Rumble. Thanks for everyone on Twitter. on TikTok, we're on Twitter, and on YouTube. So hit the like on your way out. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back tomorrow. I got a video coming out hopefully this weekend. I've just had an absolutely stacked week. Any other parting thoughts, Drew, BJ, Hannah, before we go?
Just watch out for this brave new world. Behave extra nice if you're a person of substantial stance that gets pulled over. I've seen some very sketchy videos from female cops just lighting people up.
Yeah.
Acorns. Acorns dropping on cars and you get lit up. Just be careful out there, you guys. It's getting spicy. It's getting funky. So.
Yeah. All right. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.